now in the market, we see Elon Musk issued a stern warning to federal workers, threatening to suspend those who haven't returned to the office by this week. This marks the latest directive in a series of cost-cutting measures led by the billionaire. Well, Kalu Aja is a financial expert who joins me now from the U.S. Great to have you, Kalu. Good morning.
Lavi, how you doing? Good morning. Good to be here.
Great to have you as always. So we're seeing Elon Musk there tearing through agencies, looking for waste in the government. How are you seeing the Department of Government Efficiency, that's DOGE? How are you seeing their cost-cutting measures so far?
Well, it's a shock to the system. If you understand America, the federal workers in America are the best paid workers, the most pampered workers really in America. I tell you the report where 116,000 federal workers are millionaires. This is just from salaries. They belong to a union, they get paid a lot, and they don't come to work, physical work. They don't come to the office. So the way that DOGE is trying to reduce the workforce is to say you have to come to work, knowing that many of them will decide not to come to work. So that way they can get fired and not trigger a union strike or union response. So you're going to self-fire or move yourself from the federal workforce. Since COVID, Ladi, the federal workers have not been back in the office in Washington. I think it's what the Treasury Secretary, that was last week, he opened the door of the Treasury building. This is since COVID. It's unbelievable. Like, the private guys go to work, the government guys are working from home. So that's the avenue they're using. If you can't go to work, they're going to get fired. And I think Trump has said, send a message at the second term, the emails, I mean. If you don't respond to the emails, which shows you don't have a government's email or you don't check your email, then you're going to get fired. They're looking to cut costs, really. That's what they're trying to do.
Well, I guess the government workers have been having it good, since COVID. But how do you think, Musk's demand for federal workers, to return to the office, how do you see that impacting the, broader conversation about remote work, in the public sector?
Well, I think the issue is that I think there was a report also I read where they talked about what the government is paying for leases, office space, office lease, office power, and there's no one in them. So they want to justify the cost to that building. If you're not going to work in that building, then we're going to sell or lease it out to the private sector. But for now, this looks like a way to get rid of many workers that would not come back, right? Remote work is good, but even the private sector is asking people to come back. JP Morgan is saying you must be back in the office. Lots of banks are saying you must be back in the office because it breeds that togetherness, collaborative ideas sharing that you get when you are face-to-face with someone. So remote work seems to be, the CEOs don't like it, if I put it that way. And this is just the federal government now stepping into that plate and saying, we want you back in the office, or less, you get the big boot. Yeah.
All right, but generally, what do you think other countries can learn from this department at this time? Do you think maybe Nigeria should form NOJ at this time?
Yeah. I mean, we already have, we had Orasunyan report, right? And it's the whole idea, efficiency and cost savings. So it's not just to sack workers. DOGE is looking at how can we streamline the government to make it more efficient. So they're looking at even the air traffic systems to bring it up to speed. America is a very funny country. There's in 1940s social security systems. They've kept their files in paper in a mine. So like what I was explaining, only 10,000 workers can retire every month because your personal files are kept in paper in a mine, and you can only retire as fast as the elevator can go. This is America that's put a guy on the moon using paper to keep personal files. So the efficiency is a lot. And if they can get the government right-sized and to adopt more IT, then they can reduce the cost of delivering government services to Americans. That's the target. Remember, they can't really touch entitlements. So if they make it more efficient, they can reduce the cost without touching entitlements.
All right, definitely. It's all about efficiency at this point, government efficiency for that matter. Thank you so much, Kalu Aja, as a financial expert. Thank you.